So, you know when you want to be king of the land? Just get a crown, dummy. For your health.
That darn movie show.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Clarice here, and if you couldn't tell from my flawless impression, I was trying to be Dr. Steve Brule from Tim and Eric Awesome Show, played by John C Reilly, who is in Tale of Tales, that I wanted to talk about today, which is a film that got a lot of buzz at Cannes, but I haven't really heard that much about it since, so I was very intrigued to see it. So this movie is by Italian filmmaker Matteo Garrone, and it's a very lush fantasy production adapting some of the fairy tales written by 17th century poet and courtier Giambattista Basile, who is responsible for some of the earliest known versions of Rapunzel and Cinderella. And yeah, I really enjoyed this film, and it's so weirdly reminded me of this TV film from 2001. It was an adaptation of Snow White, starring Miranda Richardson. And I'm not expecting you guys to remember that at all, obviously not. But just trust me when I say that that is not a negative comparison. I remember that film so vividly, and I remember the feeling of being like, this is what it would have been like to hear those stories back in the day. And I think both that Snow White film and also Tale of Tales really evoke that kind of traditional storytelling, because I think we obsess so much over these fairy tales being really dark and gruesome in their original form. But, you know, we're dealing with a time period in which people used to put heads on stakes to tell people not to pickpocket. So I think actually those stories probably would have been grounded in a lot more reality than we think. And like I mentioned in my witch review, the supernatural and reality were actually a lot closer in those times. So really, I think those stories would have come off as fairly ordinary in a way. And they always work with this Old Testament kind of morality where evil deeds are always punished. Like in Snow White, the evil queen has to dance in the red hot iron shoes, but also sometimes the innocent have to be punished as well to maintain some kind of natural balance to things. I'm thinking of like in The Little Mermaid, where she has to sacrifice herself and die broken-hearted so that things can kind of maintain normality. And there's a kind of logic there, and there's almost a kind of nonchalance and ordinariness to the treatment of magic in their stories. I mean, no one is that surprised when some magical creature pops up in front of them, or like that chick who's like, oh, guess I've gotta try and spin some gold for this Rumpelstiltskin dude. Hashtag Mondays. And it's funny because I think that it's TV movies or these like non-Hollywood films, maybe with lower budgets, that really have the ability to capture that sentiment, because they either don't feel the need to, or maybe don't have the ability to create those massive wow moments, like the big special effects or the sweeping camera shots. And yeah, they have like crazy costumes and super weird ideas, but they don't really have that ability to make it showy. They don't have that showiness about them. So it all becomes grounded in this sort of reality, and it acquires a sort of ordinariness. So yeah, I really enjoyed Tale of Tales as like a straightforward, traditional fairy tale experience, and if that sounds like your cup of tea, then I definitely think you'll enjoy it. So if you've had a chance to see Tale of Tales, I would love to know what you guys thought. You can let me know by commenting down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter, details down in that description box. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so we can hang out and talk about movies. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!